Okay everyone, we're back again and we're here to talk about Deku today. And as you can probably see by the title, I'm going to be disagreeing with the claim that all the My Hero Academia haters seem to grasp like it's the only thing they have, and that is that Deku is a crybaby. First of all, I want to explain what makes someone a crybaby, because I think that some people don't really know what the fuck it means, and I kind of want to go over it real quick. Now, a crybaby is someone who appears to cry very frequently and easily, plus they always complain. That is what makes someone a crybaby. Now, I want to ask you, in your honest opinion, before I get into this, do you really think that Deku cries easily? Like, come on. Now, I'm going to be honest, there are some instances where Deku does cry very frequently during the first season. I can't stress this enough. The majority of examples are usually warranted and are for a very understandable reason. For example, Deku crying when he is told he will receive his idol's quirk, which in turn allows him to follow his dream that he's always had since he was younger. I think when he cried at that moment, I would not class that as being a crybaby, because if you had a goal from when you're young and you were told that you weren't able to do it, so then you kind of left it dormant, you still wanted to do it and you were still pushing for it, but the end goal was just a brick wall. You couldn't get it, but you still tried. But then you actually get told that you can do that, bro, I would cry. Just because you wouldn't cry doesn't mean the other person is a crybaby for crying. It just means they express their emotions without being insecure. Another example I have for this is his interaction with All Might. Throughout maybe the first season or the first couple of episodes, you'll see that whenever Deku is talking to All Might, or whenever All Might drops a bombshell on Deku about the quirk and his goals, Deku does seem to cry a bit. Now I know what you're thinking, well, this must make him a crybaby because he's doing it very frequently and easily, right? However, you have to look at this as the bigger picture, because realistically, Deku is crying for the exact same reason he was when he heard he received One for All. It's all still sinking in whenever All Might talks about it, so it's basically the same emotions rushing back that he had once before, which falls back to the previous reason being understandable. So he's crying for the exact same reason that he was before, and in my opinion, that doesn't make him a crybaby. I think crybaby is the wrong word. I do think he cries very frequently in the first season, and he does come off very timid, but I don't think that's a crybaby. Now I want to dive more into season 2 of Deku, which he's a little bit more manly this time. He does know how to handle his emotions a bit better, and he also did start looking at innovative ways to use his quirk. However, during the season, as we've all seen, he does start self-destructing his body. So I want to look at all of this just for a moment. Deku began purposely breaking his own limbs because he thought it would bring him closer to reaching his goal. Can you really still call him a crybaby for that? Would you break your own bones on command like that? Because I know I wouldn't. The point I'm trying to make here is that Deku was brave enough to endure the pain of shattering his bones multiple times, may I add, and causing permanent scars to his arms and fingers. This is not something to be associated with a sensitive person. He may be quick to burst into tears, however, it is the situation and the reason behind it which truly determines whether he's a crybaby or not. And in my personal opinion, I don't really see how anybody can call Deku a crybaby. If there was ever a point where he was even close to it, I would say it was in the first season of My Hero Academia. And I think people just went from there because they saw somebody who cries maybe a little bit too much and really didn't look at the reasoning for it, because I think the reason plays a massive part in whether somebody's just crying because they can cry or crying for a very valid reason, but those valid reasons just happen to reoccur a lot. Anyway, it was a fun topic to talk about. I want to hear anybody who sees this video's thoughts on it. Deku has definitely grown as a character and you can't deny that. I was just talking about the previous iterations of him. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and I'm on the road to 10 subscribers. Nah, I'm joking. You don't have to subscribe, but if you want to, you can. Thanks for watching.